Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, so over the weekend, we at our library in Houston had the chance to host Alistair McGrath. Now, Alistair is from Oxford. He's been a friend for, 15 years or so, but he's just a wonderful, wonderful fella. And he is one of the world's leading scholars on C.S. Lewis. And one of the points he makes with C.S. Lewis is how C.S. Lewis is able to tell profound truths in stories. And it's not simply tell a story like as an illustration or something like that, but there's this level of thought that the story itself is actually the sum and substance of what you're trying to get at. It made me think of the way practicing law works. When I try cases, one of the things that I do is I try to put on a metaphorical table all of the facts. I want all of the facts on that table because it's like a jigsaw puzzle. If you can take all of the facts and put them together into one coherent picture, you've got it right. It's the right story. If you put those facts together and a few of them don't fit your story, the finished picture, or you've got some pieces that are missing, then you need to focus on your story to see if maybe your story doesn't have it right. Stories are powerful ways to convey truth. And you see this in the Bible. The very first book of the Bible, as the Bible's now organized, and the way it's written, it reads chronologically as the first book, is the book of Genesis. Now think about that. Genesis is just a collection of stories. It starts out with a story that's captivating. It's almost like a movie of God creating the world in 6 days. And then you've got these other stories. You've got the story of the Garden of Eden. You've got the story of Cain and Abel and jealousy and sibling rivalry and Cain slaying Abel and bearing the consequences of it. You've got stories about Noah and people becoming evil and the flood. You've got stories about Abraham being called from his home to go follow the instructions of God. And that wasn't an easy thing to do. I mean, I'd get to travel a lot as part of my job, but when I travel, it's important you take your wallet, you take your credit cards, you take some money, you take your driver's license. You've got certain things you got to do because you may need to be in a hotel, you may need to buy some meals. Well, he didn't have any of that. He gets told to go journey, and out of faith, Abraham follows God's instructions where he doesn't even know where he's going. Much less does he have a Ramada Inn along the way where he can stay. But out of faith, he goes forward, and we know through hearing the story or reading the story that he becomes the father of countless people. He's the father of the Jewish people. He's also a father of nations through Ishmael. And so you've got this confirmation in a story that when we follow God, God takes care of us, even through the tough times. And I bring this back to this point. You and I are living a story. And I hope the story that we're living today is one that follows God, trusting him to take us where our story should go. And that's your video thought for the day.